Hello friends! As you can tell from this fetching cocoon of an outfit I have on right now, it is winter in Edinburgh. It's actually quite a bunch colder than we are used to. And the new season means that we should make a new video about what new exciting places have opened here in Edinburgh, right? Last time we visited 5 of them, and this time we have new 5 for you again, with 2 great breakfast places, which I'm gonna start with. One of them is kind of for the health conscious ones of you, and the second one is for the less health conscious ones. I'm kind of like between the two, so I thoroughly enjoyed visiting both. First up, Groats. Groats is a place that used to be just like a pop-up venture. They used to basically tell you on their Instagram and other social media where they're gonna pop up in the near future, and then you had to dash in a local coffee shop and get an amazing bowl of porridge from them, because that's what they specialize in, great porridge. They make all of their porridge with almond milk, and then they kind of create these awesome imaginative topping mixes that go on top. So when I learned that they finally have a proper cafe down in Stockbridge, I was so elated. I had to go there straight away, and you know, it was super convenient that it happened around the time that we were working on this video as well. It's a great little cafe. They have porridge and other types of breakfasty foods, and maybe some light lunches as well. They also have delicious filtered coffee for which you can get a free refill. And as a little bonus, every day they seem to be baking these little like babka loaf cakes, which look so good. And next time I go there, I definitely need to try that. If you're a bit less health conscious, then I'm gonna recommend KILTED Donut down in Leith on the Great Junction Street. The guy who started KILTED Donut started at like farmers markets and like street food markets, and then he found himself a little spot down in Leith where you can actually sit down and have a nice coffee from local Leith bean roasters. We tried what seemed like the most Scottish of the donuts, which is the Cranachan donut. If you don't know, Cranachan is one of the most typical Scottish desserts, made with cream and fruit and oats. So that's basically what you got in this donut. The inside was kind of like whippy cream, and it had like this tart, soury topping, and it was delicious, because I was really afraid that it would be really rich and kind of custardy, but it wasn't. I mean, it was still rich, and it did feel more like a dessert you would be eating after dinner, but delicious. If you don't feel like having a whole huge delicious donut, you can just have one of their kilties, which is, you know, one of their little donut holes, the little cutouts. And what I like is that in KILTED Donut they actually make the little kilties in every one of the flavors that they use for their big donuts. Now, if you're looking for a place for lunch, why not try Pizza Geeks? Again, if you're from Edinburgh, you probably already heard of Pizza Geeks, because they have been working on street food markets for quite a long time now. For example, the Food and Flea Market, where we shopped in the past. Last time when we tried a pizza from Pizza Geeks, I think it was either the Mario or the Luigi, but I remember it was delicious. I like that their pizzas come in basically like a single person size, and in their actual store, which opened in Haymarket, by the Haymarket station, you can pick between 2 sizes. I think that one of them is a 5er and the other one is about 7 or 8. You're gonna see that in the footage that I'm gonna use as an overlay for this. It's basically for like regular hunger or proper hunger, or maybe the proper hunger can be shared in 2 tiny hungers. As you can tell, they have this sort of like pop culture fun aesthetic, and all the names of the pizzas go with that as well. I had the Wildling, so you know, clearly Game of Thrones inspired. It had goat's cheese and sweet chili and like roasted vegetables, and oh, garlic and rosemary oil, yes. And it was so good, and like the oil would kind of like get into the crust, and it's like a Neapolitan style pizza, so it's kind of nice and chewy and quite gluten-y. So if you're gluten free, then sorry, I guess. first recommendation is a place that actually opened in this area, kind of in the west end of Newtown. It's called FORTUNA Coffee, and it's also licensed, so not only you can get delicious coffee, but you can also get some wine and nibbles and like tiny meals. I really like that because that's a very non-British approach to coffee shops. Like back home, whenever we would go get some coffee, we would start on coffee and end on wine, and I really miss that here in Edinburgh. So thank you FORTUNA for actually bringing that into the city. They make delicious cheese on toast, for which they use 3 different types of cheeses, so it can get really like, it gets that funkiness of the stronger cheese, but then it also has the mellowness of the less strong cheese, and I really like that. Their avocado toast is also amazing, and we tried some of their cakes. All brilliant. So if you're shopping in the Princess Street area, you know, George Street area, I think it's really worth it stopping by the end of Queen Street and checking out this little cafe. The last place I'm gonna tell you about is called Lady Libertine, and that's on the east end of Princess Street. It's actually under the newly opened Hawksmoor Hotel. It's been brought to you by the same amazing people who manage El Cartel, the best Mexican in town, and Bon Vivant, which is next to El Cartel, and it's a great place for food and drinks. Anyway, this place is amazing for drinks and meze. So if you really like Middle Eastern food, but you also want to feel like a bit fancy, I would really recommend trying that place. It's not as expensive as it might feel. Like when you enter, it has a really nice like aura of poshness, but it's actually really accessible. I would really recommend it as a nice combination of, you know, glitzy interior and actually quite a laid-back experience. We visited with friends, so we got to try all of their mezes, the sort of smaller plates that you get to share between people. My favorite was probably the lamb ribs, because they had all these amazing spices, but there's also a lot of like hummus and fried olives. I also believe that if you visit them in the next couple of weeks, you will get this like special scratch card and you might win a free lunch or a free drink for your future visit, so that's fun. So that was that. I am freezing, so I think this will be my goodbye. Let me know in the comments below which one of these places seemed the most right up your alley. I genuinely enjoyed visiting all of these, but I'm really interested in what you guys like. So yeah, let me know. Our next stop is gonna be Glasgow, because some of you have asked for that. It's gonna be more of a vloggy experience, so like 2 days in Glasgow, fun times. You guys can come with us and see our Glasgow adventures. I'll see you in that video. Okay guys, thanks for watching.